Hey friends, it's Icy of Icy Studio, and today I am very excited to show you my 2023 reading journal. So first and foremost, this beautiful B5 notebook is from the September 2022 Archer and Olive subscription box. I have already drafted everything in pencil, so I will be finalizing everything in this video. So exciting and scary at the same time. My go-to drawing pens are Pigma Microns from Sakura, and I will be using different sizes. So I will be starting with the outlines of my drawings, and with the outlines I usually use the bigger size nib, which is the 02 Sakura Pigma Micron. I usually use the bigger nib pens for bigger illustrations and smaller nib pens for finer details, which I will show you later. So the current vibe that I am going for is dark academia, spooky, and witchy. Current inspirations are Danica of Danica in Pages and Dana of Magical Plans. They are so amazing, so talented artists. So the bookshelf that I'm currently drawing at the moment is a combination of inspiration I found on Pinterest. I have been very fascinated with gothic style bookshelves, and I've also been inspired by a lot of dark academia aesthetic like antique things, and of course we're gonna add spooky stuff like skulls and spiderwebs. Okay, so now that I'm finished with the main outline, which is the bookshelf itself, I will be using a smaller nib pen for the contents of the bookshelf. And next I'm going to use the finest nib pen I have, which is the 005 Sakura Pigma Micron, to add the smallest details into the contents of my bookshelf. Switching back over to my 02 Pigma Micron, I am going to write out the year in Roman numerals. I don't know why, but Roman numerals are my thing. And I should have done this part first because this is like the main part of my reading journal. And then I'm just going to be switching back and forth between my 01 and 005 Pigma Micron. So depending on what I'm doing, if I'm doing like the contents of the shelves and the details. And this is what I'll be doing until I finish my bookshelf. Now that I'm done with the bookshelf, I'm gonna see where I can add a little bit of coloring in. And as you can see, I am playing it safe by just adding a bit of black. I would like to color this in with watercolor or some color brush pens, but I'm really scared to play around with colors, so I'm just gonna leave it as it is because I don't want to ruin it. And here is my 2023 reading journal cover page. I'm very happy with how it turned out. And up next, I will be doing a quotes page. And to go along with our spooky dark academia vibe, I have chosen an Edgar Allan Poe quote. The lettering style that I am going for is Gothic style lettering. So hand lettering is something that I've been wanting to practice in a while. So whenever I feel like doing, like for example, a Gothic style font, I just type Gothic lettering on Pinterest and a bunch of Gothic lettering exemplars show up. So I just draw inspiration from those. So the pen that I'm using right now is a dual tip brush pen from Life of Color. You can purchase a set of these beautiful brush pens through the link below. So I am a Life of Color affiliate, and if you do make a purchase using my link, I can get a commission every time my link is used. So thank you for your support. Anyway, I use the fine tip part of this brush pen to outline the letters and then color them in. So for this part of the quotes page, I wanted to throw in some calligraphy. So I'm currently using the Pilot Feud Masake, I'm sorry, fine tip brush pen to sign off Edgar Allan Poe's name. What I love about this pen is it's very fine. It's the finest brush tip pen I have ever used, and it is my current obsession at the moment. And it's perfect for doing really tiny calligraphy, and I love it. So that is my reading journal quotes page. Now moving on to my reading log page. Similar to what I did with my cover page, I will be using the 01 Sakura Pigma Micron nib for the outlines of my drawing. So anyway, because I cannot draw anything out of thin air, I need a reference whenever I draw things. So I found this image on Pinterest of a raven perched on a skull and surrounded by books. So I drew inspiration from that, and it goes along really well with our spooky academia theme. And moving on to the details of the skull, I will be using the 005 Sakura Pigma Micron for finer details. I really hope the raven looks like a raven and not a chicken or a seagull. So anyway, I'm doing another reading log similar to the one I did last year. So I'm gonna pick a color for every book that I read next year, and I will be coloring in the days of the year with the specific colors of the specific books that I will be reading. So that is my reading tracker page, and now we will move on to my reading log page. So this page is inspired by vintage and intricate picture frames that are stuck on a wall. So again, I've resorted to Pinterest for multiple sources of inspiration on how to draw vintage picture frames. And of course, I have the title of the page written in Gothic lettering. Again, inspiration from Pinterest. So again, just drawing the outline of the letters with my Sakura Pigma Micron and then coloring them in with my brush pen. So again, using the 01 Sakura Pigma Micron pens for the main details and the main outlines of the picture frames, and then swapping over into the 005 Pigma Micron pens for the finer details. I actually feel intimidated by drawing details because I am not an illustrator, but I had a lot of fun drawing these vintage picture frames. So my idea is to write or to draw or to print photos of books that I will be reading in 2023. I'm not entirely sure how I will achieve that, but I'll just take it one book at a time. So this is my 2023 reading log. That concludes my 2023 reading journal setup, my cover page, my quotes page, reading tracker, and my reading log. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and it would mean so much if you would like this video and hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much and have an amazing 2023.